Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our Healy Advanced Trainings every Thursday. My name is Petra. If you are new here, welcome. We love having you here. We love having you learn and implement things that we learn every Thursday. Good afternoon, Mumbai. Beautiful. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. And I will just start sharing so everybody can understand me. Okie dokie. So if English is not your primary language, please make sure that you download the app. We do offer AI translation into your own language. Just make sure that you either scan the QR code or go to the link, choose the language you want this session to be translated into, and then you're going to listen to this session on your phone and watch me on your tablet or computer. If you are after recordings and this is your first time, you can always access all the recordings on APAC YouTube channel. I also post them into my Facebook group. I have posted the link into the Zoom chat, so you can just click the link and join. I also post them onto my YouTube channel, Love Essence Wellness. And I add all the links to all the protocols and everything that I create, so you can have access to those as well. In the Facebook group, you can also ask questions of anything that you feel it's unclear. So before we start today, I can't believe it's November. Seriously. We have almost come to the end of the year of 2025. This year has gone drastically fast. And today I wanted to give you a bit of simple protocols because I've been having all these conversations lately with people that would love to have some simple daily protocols to actually use Healy. So we've done all the foundational protocols. So if you don't know where to find them, you can always go into my Facebook group on my website, loveessencewellness.com. You can always find all the free resources, everything that I have created. You can access there. But there's a lot of deeper protocols because these are advanced trainings, but everybody was asking for simpler ones. It was like, okay, so I'm going to give you something that you can work with. You probably know all of this already, yeah? But I feel like this is just my view of maybe what I'm getting through the messages, is that you complicate things a bit, just a bit, tiny bit, yeah? Healy is a really simple tool. And the less you complicate it, the easier it is. And even the foundational protocol that I've actually created for you, it guides you step by step through the gold cycles, the deep cycles, the power of 3, and then into the emotional elements. So it literally guides you with the program step by step, 1 day or 2 programs per day that you just need to follow. That's all you have to do. But if that is too complicated for you, or if this is too constraining for you, then let's have some play. Yeah, let's have some fun with Healy on a daily basis. So I'm going to show you what I do every single day. I'm going to give you a simple protocol that I do every single day now that I've done all the protocols. And I'm saying this because it's really important to understand to support your body. So before we dive in, let's do all the housework so we know that we are on the track and the foundations are set. So as we know, we love Healy devices, we love frequency, but make sure that everything you hear and read and have conversations with in here or in anywhere, in Facebook groups anywhere, that this is for your educational purposes only. Yes, and we can't take responsibility for your life. We can't take responsibility for your choices. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know your personal situation. So make sure that everything that we are discussing, you take with a grain of salt and take personal responsibility around that. As well as Healy and Mag Healy devices are not intended to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, or prevent any disease or medical condition. So if you ask me a medical question, I can't answer that. I will always answer in a way that Healy works. And Healy works in order to establish an environment, a foundation within your body and in your environment to actually bring you back to balance. So the mentality around how to support yourself is different than Western medicine. We don't treat anything. Yeah, we actually establish environments within and without to actually help your body heal itself. Okay, so let's look at it. So some foundations of how you can support yourself. So we got a lot of protocols based on a lot of different Healy program groups. And I always say, for those of you who are new and those of you who actually want to start supporting your body, and all of my clients, I always say started with the foundational protocol. So why? So I wanted to actually go there. So we want to prepare the body to start first detoxify anything that has been in the cells and has been preventing your body to actually thrive, breed, work, function in a way that actually your body should. Yeah. So, and that is not because there's something wrong with you. It's just because you've probably been piling up things years and years and years and years, and you didn't know differently. Yeah. And there's no judgment of that. It's just an approach to prepare the body. So that's why we do the gold cycles and the deep cycle programs, because they go really deep. They're systemic programs, and they actually prepare the body to start accepting frequencies, to start working on a different level. Yeah, a higher level, meaning that we need to understand that working with Healy means that you will be working with layers. That's how it works. So it's not like you take a tablet and things go away just because they've been either suppressed or eliminated or some kind of way of trying to fix things. With Healy, we work on layers. So the first layer, and then the second layer, and then the third layer. And on each layer, there'll be a different approach that your body will be needing. I know that probably confuses your brain, because it's not the Healy or the approach, is lack of trust within your body. You probably either forgot, yeah, or have too much fear within yourself and not enough belief in order to trust the body to do what it needs to do. And it's really important to understand that the body always will do the things that it needs to do. It will show you what you need to do. You just need to trust it. And I know this is a hard thing to say, because if you have forgotten how to trust your body, it is a tricky thing, right? Because when we put our authority outside of us, it's hard to actually trust ourselves. But that's why Healy is such an amazing tool, because it teaches you how to trust yourself back, yeah, to where you're supposed to be and how you should believe in yourself. But I was trying to make it really simple for you so you can have the understanding of why supporting all of this and how to support yourself on a daily level. So why would you want to support yourself with Healy on a daily basis? First, your body regenerates and rebalances every single day. Every minute, there's new cells created in your body. And every single minute and second, your body is trying to regenerate and help you stay alive and help you thrive. So Healy here actually helps you guide that process consciously. So you can consciously either support, approach different systems, and you can actually help your body with what it needs in this moment. That's why Healy, when you scan, and we're going to go through that, when you scan with your resonance app, it will show you what your body needs right now. And that's why we support it right now. But that doesn't mean that if, for example, a soul cycle comes up and you need it right now, and the third one down is deep cycle, that doesn't mean that if you're going to apply soul cycle, everything else will be fine. No, because when you apply soul cycle and the body balances the soul and body connection and the emotional part of you, then something else comes up, because there's layers. So if you're seeing certain things come up, especially, you know, detoxification programs like deep cycle, gold cycle, or systemic programs, your body probably needs support on a deeper level. And when you target both of them, so emotional, like soul cycle, and like deeper detoxification of the cells and the organs, all of that will fall into place. I know that's like a puzzle and you kind of need to think deeper and wider, and you probably are not used to that. Some of you are. But that's the thing. Your body doesn't work on a black and white basis. It works like a puzzle. You need to start building the puzzle together in order to actually put the pieces together in order to see the bigger picture. But for us to start doing that, I'm giving you some tools and I'm giving you some foundations so you can start there every single day. Yeah. So every day we regenerate and rebalance. So we need support on different levels, and Healy is one of those. Daily support also keeps the bioenergetic field clear, maintaining your energy flow and vitality. So if your energy is not flowing properly, you will have blockages and you will have stagnant energy, meaning that your body will suffer with different issues. Yeah, and might not right away, but long term it will. And that's something that's been proven. We've known that from experience. Now quantum science is proving it. And we know that with consistent Healy use, that also equals stronger immune function, better digestion, faster detox, and a better emotional balance. If you haven't been using it every single day, then of course you won't feel the difference. If you're only using it once a week, then of course it's not going to be the same as actually looking at your body every single day, having a practice to actually connect with your body and see the difference in every single day, and then week after week after week. For me, I can see shifts really fast because I work with my body and I have a connection with my body and have a relationship with my body. So I know when like my percentages when I scan are normally between 40 to 50% currently, because I still have stress and there's some things that I need to work on, but a majority is under 50%. And when something happens and programs come up over 50%, I know there's some things that I need to address. And then I look at what those things are and what's really going on in my body. I'm not looking at it in a way of, oh, this is horrible, I need to fix this because it's in this percentages. No, I'm just looking at it. Okay, so why is it my body showing that it needs support here? What is going on in my body? What is going on in my life? So how can I best support myself in order to not be more stressed, or in order to not actually stress my body more? So it is a tool for me to actually observe what's going on. So when we have a tool like Healy or Mag Healy, the key areas to nurture on a daily basis or weekly basis to actually establish a foundation where the energy flows through the body smoothly and there is not a lot of stagnant energy are these. So detoxification pathways, which are your lungs, your liver, your gut, your kidneys, your lymph, yeah, and meridians come in here as well as energetics. Immune system. Without a strong immune system, your body can't fight anything, it can't protect you, it can't actually have enough energy, it can't convert energy properly. So immune system is a crucial thing. Digestive health and immune system is connected to digestive health and vice versa. So if your digestion is not proper, there's so many things that can happen. Your digestive system is the one that actually cycles your hormones. It actually builds your immune system. It builds your serotonin levels, so your emotional well-being. So there's so many things. It connects to your fertility. It connects to so many, your skin, the whole entire system of organs, because there's bacteria in there, because the microbiome in the gut is reflected in the microbiome of your skin and internal organs and so many things. And now more and more studies are showing how this is so much connected. And of course, emotional and mental well-being are connected to those in, like before, digestive, immune, and detoxification. So if you are starting to support specific areas, then everything else will build on it. And then, of course, a lot of people forget spiritual hygiene and connection. So your spiritual hygiene of your energetic space, an energetic bubble, and how you brush your teeth, and this is how you clean your energy. And if you don't clean your energy, then of course you're going to carry baggage of other people. So if you're carrying baggage of other people, then of course you're going to feel drained. So, and then your immune system goes out, and then, your stagnant energy becomes more stagnant in the body. So it's really important to support these areas. Yes, we can go into depth, and we've done this before. but I'm going to actually show you a simple way. So if you actually did all the protocols before, and if you've done the foundational protocol, which I do recommend you do, this is, and even if you haven't done it, you can still do this simple daily protocol, is to actually check in with yourself, because this protocol, it's literally just a check-in with yourself, with your body, with emotions and your mental patterns, to see where you are at and what's going on for you. You can lower the amount of things that you scan, you can make it wider, whatever you would like to. Okay, so let's look at it. This is what I do every single day now, because I've done so many protocols. I do still do the deep cycle twice a year, and I still use Gold Cycle on a weekly basis, programs. I still support myself with that. And I still do the Power of 3 together with Deep Cycle twice a year. So those are the protocols that I love doing. And normally once a year, I add the bioenergetic vitalization protocol as well after the Power of 3 in order to actually regenerate my body. And I still use programs from bioenergetic vitalization in between. But that is me. This is how I do it, because I want to support my body on a deeper level. But how I do this in a simple way on a daily basis is this. And I'm going to first go through the protocol, and then I'm going to show you on my Healy so you can understand what I do. So first of all, this takes you 5 to 10 minutes in the morning to do all the scans, including the reading of the aura and the coaching. 5 to 10 minutes, not more. And then the application comes throughout the day. And then at night, before you go to bed, 10 to 15 minutes to actually regenerate your nervous system and come back to the body and actually just reflect on everything that happens throughout the day, so you can start building conscious awareness around the patterns that actually come up throughout the day. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So in the morning, what I like to do, so this is my routine. I have a morning routine. I do meditation, then I go for a walk, do my supplements, and then I eat my breakfast. So before I go for a walk, I do a 45-minute walk with a weighted vest. So I just do weights. And before that, I actually take 5 to 10 minutes and actually scan all the programs that I want to see what's going on in the body. And then I would apply them throughout the day. So what do I scan? First of all, I scan all Healy programs. And then I scan every single list of those 5 lists on all Healy programs deeper to see what programs come up. And then what I do is I notice which programs are at the top. So meaning when I scan deeper, and I'll show you when I do this, I notice within the lists which programs come over 50%. And then I try to pull patterns when I'm just observing. I'm not analyzing everything. I'm just observing. So let's say that the program that I scan comes up with Soul Cycle, and then it comes up with program lists of Deep Cycle, and then Meridian, and then local stimulation. And then I scan those program lists, and I see Soul Cycle, for example, I don't know, confidence comes up at 48%. But then I scan Deep Cycle, and Digest All comes at 68%. And then, for example, local stimulation comes up, I don't know, back pain comes up at 52%. I still will apply based on the hierarchy of the program lists, but I notice specific programs that come up higher. For example, in this case, Digest All came up higher, so that means that my digestive system is literally influencing my emotional well-being, because Soul Cycle came up higher. But the digestive system in the Deep Cycle came up much higher than the confidence in the Soul Cycle. So that means that there's a link between them. I'm just giving you an insight. You don't have to understand all of this if you don't want to. But if you do, this is how I look at it. So what I do next. So first is all Healy programs. And then I do aura and coaching analysis. So I always scan aura, and then I will scan coaching. So what I do is just scan the aura, and I literally observe which energy centers are too open and which ones are too closed. And then I actually read the patterns of the aura scan. So I read the patterns, I read the, you know, the chakras that are coming out, and I look at the intensity, I look at where it's sitting in the body, but I'm not analyzing it. I'm just reading it and looking at, oh, okay, this one comes up here. This is what I'm feeling. This is how I feel. I felt that yesterday. Yes, I can see this. Oh, that's interesting. This is coming up. This didn't come up yesterday. Okay, maybe something to observe. And I'm setting an intention for the day to unfold to actually show me why are these patterns coming up and what is the lessons that I need to learn and how do I shift them. And then I would do the same with coaching. I would use one focus for a month, for example, and I would work on that focus or until I see the changes. Yeah, but then I need to actually, if, for example, breathing meditations come up and I'm not doing it, I'm not going to shift the energy. So I need to implement as well. So this is just the basics. All Healy programs, aura, and coaching. If I'm honest, for me, I also run the Mag Healy programs because I like to combine my Healy with Mag Healy. But if you don't have the Mag Healy, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, you can just do the Healy and the aura and the coaching if you have those. So what do I do next? So then I have 5 to 10 minutes. What do I do next? Then I actually go and look at the top program that actually came up so I can apply it with my Healy before I go for a walk. So in this case, Soul Cycle, for example, came up and it was the top one. So I would normally either do Soul Cycle, the top Soul Cycle program that came up, or in this case, because I am physically moving and it is morning and Deep Cycle Digest All came up, I would normally use Digest All because I'm helping the body to move and I'm helping digestion to move and I'm helping and supporting my gut. So I would probably intuitively choose the Digest All for myself first and then apply after the Soul Cycle. So you can apply the programs throughout the day. Yeah, because I have my Healy High Wave, I can apply for my body. I found that applying one program after another is actually great for my body. I'm not saying you need to do that for yourself, but for me, I really love it. So I just have my High Wave, I have my Healy, and I literally just change the programs all the time throughout the day, and I apply them the way that I would like to, and I'll show you what I do. And I normally start with the programs that are over 50%. And I apply and support that daily and until that changes. And then when it changes, I will choose the ones that are over 50. If there's nothing over 50, then I will choose the ones that are the highest percentage and then apply those and support my body throughout the week and throughout the month. Yeah. If you have your High Wave, I do about 5 programs per day. But if it doesn't work for you, please don't do it. Yeah. Stick with 3. With electrodes, I would do 3 max for myself. And if it doesn't feel right, do 1. And it's perfectly fine too. You don't have to go anywhere. High level, 5 programs, 3 programs, whatever. Just do 1, whatever's at the top, and slowly you'll build that for the body. And if you have a coil, what feels right for you, apply as many as you feel right. Yeah. And I also do aura and coaching vibrations, which I do 27 minutes each per day. And I would do that in between. So I would choose one program, then I would do a vibration, then I would do second program application with the pink app, and then I would do blue app vibrations. So I just combine things throughout the day. And then that's just throughout the day. That's all I do. In between, when I remember, I put the Healy on. And then in the evening, I take 10 to 15 minutes, and I normally run Mag Healy either emotions or sleep before bed. I like the Mag Healy Obsidian now, and I run the Nightly Harmony, Female Harmony, which I really love. But if you don't have it, that's okay. Run normal sleep on McMaken, or emotions of McMaken, or even coherence. Yeah, if you have the basic atmospheric programs. That will help to clear your energetic space, calm down your nervous system, and you can meditate or journal in between if you want to. I just love to do the breath work. That's just how I do it. And I reflect on my morning intention. So I then observe throughout the day, for example, if my intention was you know, certain patterns came up in aura or coaching that were new, and I wanted to know what they're about. And I was looking, and I did meditate and really reflect on, you know, how they came up throughout the day in conversations, in different situations, if I felt an insight into anything, and I just do a reflection to actually understand what's going on. So because if I'm not aware, I can't actually integrate that. And then of course I track my energy shifts weekly with aura and coaching scans. So I actually go at the end of the week, I go through the aura scans and I go through the coaching scans, and I observe different chakras and I observe different patterns, and I see if they are shifting in intensity, or if they're shifting in relevance, if they're shifting in the colors. So I start looking at the patterns throughout the week. But if you don't want to, that's okay. You can just look at the percentages and the intensity, and you can see if things are moving for you. And that's how I look at the patterns, yeah, but that's a bit deeper. And you can use the AI if you want to. We've done all of that. But that's the simplicity. So I'm going to show you literally what I do in Healy. So I'm just going to stop sharing now. So what I actually do, I'll show you. This was this morning, yeah? So I did all Healy programs. It came up with meridians, soul cycle, deep cycle, fitness, and meridians too, yeah? And what I would do is I would literally go into each of them. So I scanned the meridians one first, and it came up with the heart, which is 48%. It was not even over 50. Then I went into soul cycle. It went over 55%, 54%. Self-confidence, and then it was deep cycle H. It was digest all, pure energy, and then sensitive was already under 50. And then I had fitness programs, was all around 40%, and then meridians, again, it was stomach nerve meridian was over 50, yeah? Although it was the last one, it was still over 50, so there was something going on in the meridians that I needed to support. What I like to do, this is just me this morning because I was actually looking at the programs that came up, and I liked when I have like deep cycles, meridians come up for myself. What I like to do is scan the cell wave program, which is the integrity of the cell on the high wave. And I did that. So although it was under 50%, I ran cell integrity first, and then I ran all the other programs. So I was building on it. And then I like to do the nutrition. So the digital nutrition comes up really high for me. And I like to apply that as well. But you don't have to. Yeah, that is your choice if you want to. So I literally went and scanned all of that. I did also scan Meg Healy today. And then I applied the same principle. And then I scanned my aura. So this is this week, because I do this every week, every day. So I scanned my aura. The chakras, so the overall energy was good. The rest of them were high, but there was like 3 in the middle that were rigor, so which were literally closed energy. And then I went in and look at the patterns that came up, and then I vibrate that throughout the day, yeah? And then I also scanned in the morning. I went into coaching. I did my coaching analysis, so I'm working on a specific focus for the last month, and I look at, so it comes up with the wheel, yeah, and it shows me where I'm actually lacking, there's things that needs to shift. So I chose the ones that need to shift, and then I scanned the patterns, yeah, and I read the patterns, and I was looking at what I can do and integrate, because there was like exercises and breathing techniques and spirituality and things like that. So I was actually applying those throughout the day. So I've actually applied majority of programs in the Healy today, and I only do this. So what I did was I vibrate Healy aura for 27 minutes, and I vibrate Healy coaching for 27 minutes, and then I like to vibrate for myself Healy all programs for 27 minutes. That's me, yeah. And then I would go into the meridian and I would apply the first one, and I would just click on here, and would take me to the pink app, and I would apply the first program through my Healy. I use my Healy high wave, but you can use your electrodes or Healy coil, whatever you want. And then I would go into the second one and I would apply, Soul Cycle, and I would do the first one and then I would go into Deep Cycle and I would do the top one. And this is how I would move through the programs throughout the day, and I would apply the programs. Of course, if you're doing the electrodes, then you will probably just do the top 3. Yeah, so you would do Meridian, you would do Soul Cycle, you would do Deep Cycle, and you would do the top 3 programs in there on the electrodes. If you do coil and if you can do more than 3 programs, then of course, be my guest, do that. You need to check in with yourself. So this is really simple. Healy tells you what to do, you just apply. That's all you have to do throughout the day. And then reflect on the patterns that come up throughout the day at the end of the day. Hope this is clear. So before we go, okay, so I'm just going to share this with you so you know how to support it. Here we go. So that's the basic simple protocol I do every single day. And then I reflect. And you need to reflect to get awareness. If you're just robotically applying and you're not actually understanding what's going on in your body and you're not using an opportunity to actually go, oh, okay, why did Digest all come up? Why did this program come up? What is going on in my body? Why is it Soul Cycle coming up? Am I stressed emotionally? Is it something that I'm actually working on? Is it certain emotions that came up for me? So you need to look at different areas of your life. Otherwise, you're just applying robotically, which is not going to help you understand yourself. So I prepared these as well. So we've done this through trainings, yeah? So these are the pathways and these are the areas that, for example, if you are not feeling that you need to scan, but you're feeling like you wake up and you are tired and sluggish and you feel like you're bloated and your body is not really feeling well, then support your either the detoxification pathways, support your body with like digestion. So I'm giving you here, I'm not going to go through all of that, but I'm just giving you, and I'm going to give you this so you can actually use it. But these are my favorite programs based on these areas that I always go to. So for example, if there's detoxification and my body's feeling sluggish and I feel like tired, I would always go to Deep Cycles. Like if you don't have Deep Cycles and you only have a basic Healy, use Pure. Pure is amazing. Yeah? Pure Balance, those are really amazing programs. If you don't have access to Deep Cycle, great, use Gold. But for me, my body loves Clean All. I always go to Clean All. If my body is sluggish, I always go to Clean All. And if you feel like you want detox and your skin is not really okay, then go to kidneys, female, male, Kidney Harmony, Meg Healy, either Kidney Meridian, anything that helps to eliminate the toxins out, yeah, to get the circulation going. So I've given you programs that I go to. There are programs that I love. And of course, you need to test it on your body. If your body prefers Pure rather than Clean All, then choose Pure every single time because your body loves it. So make sure that you understand that your body is choosing different frequencies and needing different frequencies than I do. But I'm giving you this because literally detoxing your organs like lungs, liver, kidney, lymph, skin, those are the foundations for anything, for immune system, for anything. If those pathways are clear and you remove the toxins, you also remove the emotional residue. And stagnant detox energy and stagnant detoxification pathways will equal fatigue, brain fog, skin breakouts, emotional heaviness. So if you're feeling any of that, go to these programs in the morning. You don't have to scan, just choose something intuitively and see how you feel, because that's how you're going to help your body move things out. You also need to support your body daily with hydration, movement, breath work, and of course your healing. If you don't actually breathe, I don't know if you know this, we've done this before we had a session on a heart. Heart is not a pump. Heart is a vortex. Your lungs are the pump. And when you breathe, you move energy throughout the body. And it goes through the kidneys and it gives your blood information that actually allows the vortex of your heart to work. So if you have any heart issues, they will be connected to your kidneys. If you have any pressure issues, they will be connected to your kidneys and liver and lungs. So make sure that you are keeping your detoxification pathways open. Also, an extra tip for detoxification: warm water with lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. Yeah. Some rebounding. Yeah. You don't have to have a trampoline. You can literally do this just by your physical body. Just lift your heels in the morning and start like little jumps. Yeah. That's also rebounding. And that moves your lymph and your toxins out of the body. And at night, I love breath work at night, even if it's 5 minutes. It regulates your nervous system. It cleans out your lungs. It actually cleans out your toxins. It helps support your kidneys. And if you want just legs up the wall, that's also a good one to actually help bring the blood into the heart and help to clean up the kidneys. So that's a base for detoxification. Immune system. Your immune system thrives on balance, rest, not push, rest, yeah? And bioenergetic stability. So cleaning your energy, resting. Sleep is a crucial thing for immune system. And how do you support it daily? Reduce susceptibility, faster recovery, resilience to stress. If you're not sleeping well, you will not be resilient to stress. And Healy is a great partner with the immune system because it optimizes cell communication. And you want the cells to communicate better, yeah? So immune response stays regulated. It also helps your digestive system where immune system is actually stable. So I gave you some options here. My favorite immune system support is Defense, Bacteria Harmony, Shiva, Pure Care. Those are my favorite programs. You can also use any of the other digital nutritions, Bioenergetic Harmonies, Power of Three, so many things. But if you don't have the Power of Three, that's okay. Use Gold Cycles. And if you have Deep Cycles, or if you have Bioenergetic Harmony, great, use those. You don't have to feel like you're missing out just because you don't have certain programs. Use what you have. Okay, and then we have digestive health, which is crucial. We know that a strong digestive health equals strong energy production, because if your digestion and bacteria is not actually optimal, your body can't actually utilize energy properly, yeah? And it also equals emotional stability. So if your microbiome in the gut is not optimal and balanced, you will have mood swings. And that includes hormone imbalance, because if your gut bacteria are not optimal, they can't recycle or eliminate excess hormones, especially for women. So your gut, we know it's like a second brain. It regulates hormones, neurotransmitters, which are hormones as well, some of them, and your mood. So if something's going on in those areas, you go in that support the digestive system. Because if you support the digestive system, everything else will fall into place. So imbalanced digestion can block intuition and flow of energy in meridians. It can actually suppress immunity and also pile up the toxins in your body. So detoxification pathways become slower, because if the gut is under stress, your liver will be under stress, your spleen will be under stress, your kidneys will be under stress, your bladder will be under stress, your lungs will be under stress. Everything falls out of balance. So make sure that you support these areas. And you have programs that I go to. The Digestol in my Deep Cycle is my favorite. Go to the Roots, Clean All. Those are my favorite that I go to for digestive system. Otherwise, Defense Support, Bacteria Harmony, no, Defense Support and Friendly Flora in Power of Three, and Bacteria Harmony in Bioenergetic Harmony. Those are great. But if you feel like there's something that you've eaten, then I tend to do impurities, which are used to be toxins, to actually clean out those things out of the body. And then also with digestive health, digital nutrition is crucial. So we have great programs in digital nutrition that can actually support the gut. And of course, any practical tip for that. So if the gut is overloaded, then your insulin levels will be overloaded, and then you start storing fat. Your liver is then overloaded, and we are in a vicious cycle. So what I found is fatty degeneration weight in fitness and weight harmony in the new McMaken Plus. Those are my favorite programs to run after any meals, to actually help the liver, to help the gut, and to actually help balance insulin spikes, which is literally glucose spikes. And of course, any breathing will help with digestion as well. Emotional and mental well-being. So this area, you can support yourself. We have so many beautiful programs. When you are emotionally balanced, your energy field and your energy production is balanced as well. That means calm mind, means stable body. Yeah, so body feels better when your mind is also at ease. So suppressed emotions, which we all have, I'm sorry if you live on Earth, this is where you are currently, can show up as physical stagnation or fatigue. So sometimes, for example, when you physically get sick, like you get temperature or runny nose or throat or chest congestions, they sometimes are not physical. Majority of times they are energetic and emotional. So if you're not supporting yourself energetically, mentally, emotionally, you can't support your body physically either, because you need to address what's really going on in order for your body to heal. So daily self-awareness with your aura and coaching programs, your breath, and your Healy support with programs and your scans as awareness is actually great, because it helps you restore harmony. So one of the best programs that I use for emotional wellness and any well-being, I love Soul Cycle and Mental Balance. Those are my two go-tos. My mental balance programs are emotional well-being, inner unity. I love positive thoughts in job, and I love all Soul Cycle programs. They're my go-to. I normally just, if I feel like I don't know what to use, I just scan Soul Cycle specifically, and then I see what programs are actually better for me. Otherwise, if you feel like your mood swings are all the time, digital nutrition psyche or brain harmony, those are great too, to actually start balancing the neurotransmitters. And of course, aura coaching to scan, and then Meg Healy, coherence in your environment so you feel safer, emotions in McMaken, relationship harmony, atmospheric, and chakra balancing in atmospheric as well. Those are really good to actually balance your environment so your body feels safer. And of course, reflection, journaling, checking in with yourself, building that awareness and trust. And then, of course, spiritual hygiene and connection. People forget that things can get stuck on your bubble, yeah, your torus field, your energy, your bioenergetic field. So as we clean our teeth, we also clean our body, and we also clean our energy. So think of your energy bubble or an bioenergetic field like your outside energetic skin. So that also needs cleansing. If you don't know how to do that on your own, just run programs, bioenergetic boost in bioenergetic support, coherence, a general protection in bioenergetic defense. Those are great. Emotions in McMaken, aura pure in Soul Cycle, chakra balancing in atmospheric in Meg. Those are all for cleaning the space in your own space. Then energy cleaning in atmospheric, or space cleansing in the McMaken Plus. That's also a great one. So you have plenty of programs to actually clean your field, and you can do that daily or you can do that weekly. I do that daily because I'm used to it, but if you're not, that's okay. Do it once a week to just clean the space, clean yourself like you would clean your house, yeah? And of course, Aura module, Alaskan Gem elixirs are great for integration. So when you are doing all the awareness throughout the week, you can run Alaskan Gem elixirs once a week and then vibrate that to yourself to actually start integrating those patterns that you've been processing and observing, and you got insights and everything, and you start shifting those patterns. Alaskan Gem elixirs will actually help you build that stability and integrate those patterns into your field and bring harmony so you can actually see the shifts. As I said, bioenergetic support programs, bioenergetic protection programs, and Mag Healy. And I'm giving you some tips on how to actually clean your energy and keep your space clean. The best and simple way and free and literally free way to clean your energy is with a breath through your heart. And all you have to do is close your eyes, take a breath, fill up your heart with light and feel the light and love, and then exhale through the heart, like literally creating space around you and cleaning up, like literally just cleaning up with your light. With every breath, you are hugging yourself and you're taking this energy around you. It circles until you feel lighter, because that's how you build your magnetic field, and that's been shown. So your breath is a great tool. And if you don't know how to do that, and if you don't know which program to run, just use the breath first and then run other programs. Yeah? Okay, that's about it for today. I'll give you all of that with slides and stuff so you can access that, so you can all have those programs, so you can have it whenever you want to. If you have any questions, let me know so I can then share if I need to, extra things. Raise your hand with the Zoom option, yeah? So don't just raise your hand because I can't see you because there's so many people. So you need to raise your hand with the emoji. You will find that on the bottom, I think it's under more, and it says, I think it is. Oh no, it's here, raise your hand. It's next to the heart. It's like a hand icon, so you can click that one. Okay, cool. Pritika, did I pronounce that correctly? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, hi Petra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you so much for the amazing session. My name is Pritika and I'm based in London. I've been using Healy for about a month now, Petra, and this was very useful to me because yeah, thank you. I have one specific question for you about the Aura module that you asked us to run. So I tried running it about 5 to 6 times, but every time I run it, I mean over a period of time, but every time I run it, I read through it, but if I vibrate it, then it impacts people at home, you know. So for instance, my mom and dad, they live in India, but my mom fell sick once. One time the father pattern came up and my dad fell sick, and my son, my youngest, fell sick. So I
step back from the fear. Yeah, because this is how Healy works. And I know it can be scary, but what we are doing is when we are actually looking at the patterns of the aura or coaching or whatever we're doing, Healy looks at the quantum field. So that means that when you had a pattern with, you know, your father, or pattern with your mother, or a pattern that goes through generations, yeah, what you're doing is you scanning and you then vibrating harmonic frequencies. That means that you are now transforming that energy. You're not holding that energy anymore within your field. And it goes back to the person that also needs to look at that pattern. And you are not causing anyone. I just want to be really clear. Yeah? You are not causing anyone harm. Because you can't. You can't. Because they have free will. And I get goosebumps. So they have free will. They have a choice. If they are going to take responsibility for that pattern, consciously or subconsciously or not. So we all have that choice as souls on this planet, consciously or subconsciously. Because you are using Healy and you have now consciously been aware of that pattern. You have now decided to vibrate that and let it go. That means that it actually breaks the bond on an energetic level, and it actually, you are starting to transform that pattern, but on the other side, that pattern goes back to the person that you were attached to or with. Yeah. That person probably it's not aware of that pattern yet. That's why it is coming up for them in their life, and it comes in different ways. It can come as sickness, it can come as conflicts, it can come as moods going up and down. There's so many different ways we process certain things. So you cannot harm anyone with this. The only thing you can do is actually support them. So if something comes up and you actually notice these patterns and you notice that it's influencing people that you are connected with energetically, you can let them know and say, I don't know, this could be an option. I'm saying that this is not what you need to do. I'm just saying as an option, you can go and call your dad and say, Dad, I'm really sorry you're feeling this way, but I was actually thinking about you the other day and I saw that, this and this, and it's an opportunity for you to have a conversation with that person. Or you can go, I love you, or is there anything I can do for you? Or can I support you? But it's also an opportunity for you. If a pattern was you were overgiving, you now need to find a different way to approach it because you need to transform it. So this is also an opportunity for you to actually set a boundary, but still be compassionate. Do you see how everything is connected? And no matter what happens to the person on the other side, you have an opportunity to either meet them with compassion or you have an opportunity to go back into fear. Now it's your choice. What do you choose? Yeah. But healing is powerful. And people say to me, it doesn't work. It does work. Trust me.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
And it doesn't work the way we want to. It works the way it needs to.
That's a good way to put it. So what I started doing was I still run it. So because I want to read through the analysis, but then I noticed the chakras and the ones with the lower vibe, instead of running it on the aura vibrating it on the aura, what I do is I go to the pink app and I just run those chakras for myself. So I don't vibrate the aura anymore. So that's the solution I found for myself because see, my parents are aging, right? And I'm an only child. So they live in India. I'm concerned. And I don't want them to, if it was somebody younger or somebody I can speak to about this, it's okay. You know what I mean? So I've decided to take the other path where I still run the chakra programs based on the percentages from the aura.
How long do you run them for? When you
do the pink app, for 33 minutes, I think that's what it.
When you did run them, how long did you run them for?
So I did 38 seconds 7 times and 27 minutes twice.
Okay. Try a minute and 20 once per day.
Without the 38 seconds, just a minute and 21. I tried that and it did not impact my parents, but I thought it was too less, with 1 minute, what can I do? I mean, it's probably not effective.
Okay, so the faster impulses, right? They will penetrate the field faster.
Okay.
So you will have faster shifts, but that also means that you'll need to have tools to actually shift them. So if you want a slower shift, meaning that you have an option, think of it as a lazy river. You're still moving, but you have the space to respond to things. If you are doing like short impulses, and multiple impulses throughout the day, you have faster shifts. It's like having rapids. So you have less time to respond and you are probably affecting other people around you because you are shifting things faster. Right. So you can do a better effect of maybe 1 minute and 20, and then you can go to I think it's 2 minutes or something, or 6 minutes or whatever it is next
I
one.
did see 2 minutes, yes. I see one option.
So test it and see, because just running the chakras and running the patterns are two different things.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, so if you want to still keep shifting things, just shift the timings and then see where the balance is. Yeah.
Perfect. This is very helpful. Thank you. And without taking much of your time, just one last question on high wave, please. I plan to buy the high wave now. My question is, I'm just planning to order one today or tomorrow. So the thing is, should I alternate between the left and the right hand, or can I just keep wearing it on my left every time I run it?
Whatever feels right for you. I wear it on my right hand all the time.
Awesome. Because I heard somebody in India team mention that, it's the yin and the yang concept and you should wear it on both. I said, what kind of stories are these? I mean, are these for real, or can I just like a watch wear it on one hand all the time?
I can't comment on what you've heard, but from my knowledge, and I am not saying that I know everything at all. I could be wrong, but from my knowledge of knowing how high wave works, that's the point. It has the 5 megahertz wave that actually reaches every part of your cell. and every cell in your body. So it doesn't matter where you wear it. You can wear it on your ankle and it would still reach every cell in your body. So it really doesn't matter. In my view, it could be wrong. I'm not saying that that's 100% right, but from my knowledge of what I've done, the research and learnings, that's what the point of high wave is. You can wear it anywhere and it will reach every single part of your body. Because I know when I wear it and I touch my partner, he feels it. So it doesn't really matter. So in my views, because energy travels.
No, that's very helpful. Yeah.
And it goes through the body either way. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But you can watch my training on high wave as well. There's a few months back at the beginning of the year. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You're more than welcome. Okay. Okay, next one. Nitya Lakshmi, welcome back.
Hi, Petra. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for the lovely session.
You're welcome. How can I help?
Okay. Yeah. So adding to Preeti's question, I also had the same experience with Aura program. But the thing is, in my case, once when I started running, I started attracting people, those who have negative energy. And the second time, then I got scared. Then I stopped it. Then again, after some point of time, when I started running it, surprisingly, shockingly, the closings were supposed to happen, Petra, but the moment when I started running the Aura program, all the people, they just backed off, and I was not able to make them sign up actually. So with that, I just stopped running Aura program. So how you could connect these things with the Aura? What should I do?
Again, it comes back to you. Yes.
Okay.
So when you're running, you also need to integrate things, right? Like I said before, like it gives you an opportunity how you are addressing things around you in your life. Like if you are going to choose fear every single time, then you're not shifting anything. Where you are vibrating and it's giving you an opportunity to actually choose a different approach. So if those people have backed up and not actually committed, you need to look at the patterns. Was there any patterns of commitment in there? In your scans, how are you committing to things? Where is your mirror in your life? Because everything around you is a mirror. So when you vibrate energetically, you're literally disturbing that mirror, and you need to now approach it in order to, in a different way, in order to actually balance that energy. Because if you're always approaching it in an old way, like you've always done, then you're stuck in the same pattern, right? You're not going to move into a new way of being. But this actually shifts the energy. It kind of bubbles the field, yeah? And then when you approach it in a new way, you now calm down this field. It's not moving and vibrating anymore. You are literally implementing a new energy, a new frequency, and you are stepping into a new space of who you are, and that will attract new people. So you need to now think, there's could be different ways. I don't even know what patterns were on your list, right? I can't go in there right now, but this is how it actually works. So my approach to this is always look at the patterns, and when you see what happens, go, okay, what is it that I didn't choose, or I chose the same or differently, or what made this reaction happen? And even if those people didn't commit, you can still go, okay, how can I bridge that gap? How can I stay in my new frequency, but create a bridge to actually still meet them where they are? Because sometimes what happens is we raise the frequency, but the people that we want, they now have the lower frequency. That it doesn't mean bad, it just means different.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So now you need to bridge the gap. So you're not lowering your frequency, you're staying here, but you're bridging the gap to bring them up with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's also an opportunity for you to grow. And that's what Healy is all about, in my view and my experience. And if it's not an outcome that you want, maybe you need to dig deeper. Because you're
in that case, I need to run
that.
the Aura program again and again, you mean to say, correct?
No, you're not running, because if you're just running the program, you're being robotic. You need to look at the patterns. And you
Okay.
need to look at where are these patterns showing in your life, and did I actually choose the same approach as before, or did I choose a new approach? How did I respond to that pattern, and how is this showing up in my life?
Petra,
Because
I
if
was not able to understand that pattern, Petra, actually.
so, the
I was
pattern is
just kept on
the
thinking, but I was not able to get that pattern. Especially when
so
I started attracting the negative energy people, I couldn't even get that pattern actually.
so the negative energy people, where are you holding that energy within yourself?
Okay.
That doesn't mean you are like them. It just means that you might have a similar way of thinking from your old past trauma or experiences that you haven't addressed yet.
Makes
So
sense.
when you vibrated your aura list, it showed up
Mm.
as an opportunity. Hi, I'm still here. Look at me. Yeah, you need to look at me if you want to actually shift this. So that's why I always go to the list of aura or coaching and
Mm.
look for the patterns. You know, the patterns are
Yes, yes.
statements that come up. Yeah. And look, what are those patterns? Are there any similarities to the feelings, to the situations, to the way you are thinking, the way you used to think? Is there any similarities in that? Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I get
Yeah,
it.
because it's not just vibrating things, it's because then you're robotic. You need to start integrating things so you can actually bridge those gaps and not
Mm.
fall back into fear. Yeah,
I get
because
it. I
that's the
get
point. Yeah, and
it.
you're
Okay.
not going to be perfect. Just letting you know, you're not going to be perfect, and it's not about being perfect, and it's nothing. You did nothing wrong. Yeah,
Mm.
there's no right or wrong. It's just observing and finding solutions.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of
Yeah.
course, you can still vibrate the aura, but then observe and then see how you're shifting and changing, and then see how the environment changes around you. Does that make
Sure. Petra.
sense?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I get it
Okay.
now. So
Okay.
I have just
Eh,
two short questions, Petra. One is in another training, I just got to understand that on the same day, we are not supposed to run both aura program and coaching program. Is that really so, or nothing harm in running both the programs on the same
I
day?
I don't know anything about that. I've never heard of that. I've been always
Okay.
using aura and coaching on the same day, and I
Okay.
actually prefer them together for myself because
Okay.
I address the emotional and the mental patterns together. So for
Mm.
me, that's something that works for me. It might be that someone, had a different experience on their body.
Okay.
I'm not a person that likes to be an absolute. Like, I don't like to say you don't do this and you do this,
Mm.
because everybody is different, and you apply based on your body's needs.
Sure.
Yeah, so if you feel it's too much, then of course, then interchangeably use aura on Monday, coaching on Tuesday, aura on Wednesday, coaching on Thursday. But for me, like, I love using them together. But if you
Okay.
feel your body is not taking it well, then of course, yeah, you need to amend and adjust based on your body.
Sure,
Yeah.
Petra. So, yeah, one last question. In this protocol, as you said, like this 5 into 5 analysis, coaching and aura, with this, if I want to run the database analysis, any one program from the database analysis, either it could be Hygiene or personal growth, whatever. So, how could I incorporate into this?
You can choose any of them and run. Like, you can do Alaskan Gem Elixirs at the end of the week. I like to suffer if I have a lot of stresses in my life. I like to run creative homeopathy, to
Mm.
actually see what are the stresses that are influencing my physical body.
Okay.
Or I like to run Schüssel salts to see what parts of my physical body are being influenced. So it depends. You can choose whichever you want. Yeah.
Then along with
And
the
then
Quora, I mean, along with the Aura and coaching, can I run one program in the database analysis as well? Or I have to choose any two, which means Aura plus database or
so
coaching plus database like that.
Healy says this is official Healy opinion. Yeah, Healy
Okay.
corporate opinion. is to not run more than 3 lists of programs per day for your body. Yeah. So meaning if you run coaching and you run aura, then you either vibrate all Healy programs or you vibrate another resonance analysis like Bach flowers or Schüssel salts or whatever. Again, I'm not an absolute person, this needs to be done or this needs to be done. Yeah. Or should do this, don't do this. If your body can take it and if you actually feel better afterwards, do it. If your body can't take it and you feel like more frantic and agitated afterwards, don't do it. That's a simple, basic
understanding.
Yeah, like seriously, like this is just common sense. Like just have your body tell you what works. Like for me, some days I can run and vibrate 5 different lists. Don't do this. Yeah, my body can. But some days I can't take even 2 programs per day. So you need, and it's going to be different. It's going to be really different every single day. Like for me, the last 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of processing energetically through my body. And I got high temperature for a day. And on that day, normally I could run programs and I could apply them without a problem. On that day, my body couldn't handle more than 1.5 program. So you need to understand, and then 3 days after, I would be back to normal to running a lot of things, because depends on how your body is processing frequencies and what it needs to actually integrate and support it. So you need to be mindful on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, how your body is responding. You can't just be a robot and just apply.
I get it.
Have some sense of your body, of what it needs. That's why Healy is in this moment. Yeah,
I understand, Petra.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Petra. It's clear,
worries.
completely clear now. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Triveni, hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Petra. Thank you very much for the wonderful session as usual, because I always watch recorded videos of you. Because
thank you.
Like every time I'm forgetting connecting online. Today I have small 3 questions. I am connected with Healy since 2021, I think. Okay, so I have been practicing. I have clients all over the world. So I'm like basically I have 3 questions. I'm repeatedly having the doubts on this. One is like when we run aura analysis, so we can delete the database and we can put the affirmation. Is that the right way to practice the aura analysis? That is my first question.
The new app does not allow that anymore. So we had that on the old blue app, but the new app does not allow the change
mine is word one.
affirmation.
So is that allowed? That like, is this the right way to do so? I am just see, when we do aura analysis, we have the fixed database, right? So we can delete all the database and we can while we are doing in the coach analysis, we do some focus, right? So same way, can we do in the aura analysis as well? Is that the right way?
As I said, so we used to do this in the old app, and this is a completely new training, but I used to do this with my own frequencies, because Healy still allows that you can actually record your own frequencies into the app. So I used to do this with Aura, and I still have that on my old blue app, and I use it sometimes. But we used to do this. We used to scan the aura. We used to change the intention or the focus at the top, and then I used to add my own frequencies in there and then vibrate that to my body. So the new app does not allow that anymore. You can still record the frequencies, but you can't change the focus or the intention within the aura scan. Yeah. So within the new app, you can't do that. With the old app, you can still do that. If that's something you want to do, you're more than welcome. I find the intention of the aura that is in the new app is actually quite neutral and spot on. But as I said, depending on what is the intention. So if you are doing the aura scan and you want the intention to be for the aura, or if you're using the old app and you're actually wanting to add new frequencies in there to actually apply things that you want for yourself. So those are two different intentions. Yeah, so both are equally valid. Yeah, and if they work for your body,
no, my question is, I can do, if I have in that my like a old Healy, then I can do it, right?
You can do this, of course. Healy allows things. Of course you can. There's no can't or can. If you can do it, and if it allows it, and if that's something you feel right to do for yourself, then of course go for it.
Okay. And my second question is like, if for my family, if I'm doing aura analysis or whatever, like if somebody doesn't believe in Healy or something, like if you take my child, if she's like not believing in Healy, but still I want to help her as a mother. So still I can do, because see here her free will is not added, right? So still I can do distance healing for her, like with blue app.
So frequency works if you believe it or not. Yeah. So that's first. Second, I like to ask for permission. So if it's adults, then I would ask physically. If it's kids, then I would ask from my heart and intention. And I always go from, how can I best support you? Yes. So no, I want this for you and I want to do this for you, but how can I best support you? In not putting my ego into it. Yes. So we need to still respect, because kids are still souls that have their own choice.
No,
and
she's
free will.
21.
21. So that's fine. But she doesn't want
actually,
support.
Because she's having severe urticaria. So I know with the Healy she can like get better, but she's not accepting. No, like she doesn't believe. But whereas I'm helping my second one, he's reacting very positive way. So here I want to help her, but she's not believing. So then how can I help her? So this was my question.
Even if she doesn't believe, you can ask her if she is okay, if you can, I don't know, like you would send prayers for someone. Yeah. You can still go, I would love to help her. What does she need? And you can still vibrate things to her, but coming from the heart, because she's going to receive the frequency if she wants to or not. Yes. And the body will integrate what she is willing to actually accept. So frequencies are not just going to influence anyone, except if it's like coming up with things like emotional suppression, things that she needs to then deal with, like face the emotion and face the patterns, then that is forcing her into a certain situation. So in this case, that means that you would need to stop. Yeah, if she's not willing to actually work on that. But you can ask your heart and see, because she is your daughter, right? If I'm understanding correctly. Yeah. So she is your daughter. So you can use that on yourself as well, because your cells are intertwined. So you can work on yourself, and as soon as you work on yourself, eventually you will support her as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that
it
answer?
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And final, just small question, just I have, in aura analysis, like, is that 27 minutes is like is that okay, or the 1 minute one, like which one I should?
Everybody's asking this. So again, Healy recommends two different approaches. One is 37 seconds 8 times a day, or 1 minute and 20 4 times a day. There are other timings, yes, and I would use different timings in different approaches. Yeah, so there's not one size fits all. So I started way back 5 years ago when I started with Healy. I started doing the shorter versions, 37 seconds, 1 minute and 20. And then I was actually noticing if I would do 6 minutes, my body would respond better. Yeah. Then I actually realized when I went to 27 minutes now, my body loves it. If I do 6 minutes, it's not enough. I would need to do twice or 3 times.
that 27 minutes, actually, my son is responding very well. So that's why I asked the question. Yeah.
So go by what your body or your son's body or whoever you're working with is responding. I have clients that do not respond to 27 minutes at all. And sometimes we need to do like an 8-hour session overnight and then go back to like 2 minutes or 1 minute and 20 per day. So as I said, and I've said this multiple times in trainings before, you need to look at how deeply things are suppressed, how much energy is flowing through the body, how is the body responding to the frequencies and the timings. It's not a one size fits all. Start with small, like Healy is recommending, either 37 seconds 8 times a day or 1 minute and 24 times a day, and then see how the body responds. If it's too intense, go slower, 1 minute and 20 per day, or 2 minutes, or 4 minutes, or 6 minutes, and see what's the right balance for the body. Yeah, and you will find it. Like you said, your son is responding to 27 minutes. That means that his body likes that timing. It might not be the same with someone else. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's how I look at things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you. And actually, recently, my friend got really good help regarding some severe issues because her teeth was bleeding. So I just ran for 2 days, 27 minutes. The third day, she stopped tablets. So that's how it worked.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah, frequencies
Yes.
are amazing. Frequencies are amazing. I after 5 years and I still see amazing results. Seriously. And they work if you believe it or not. That's how it is.
Yes.
So
actually, doctors have suggested for some she's having over bleeding, not in the gums, like she had over bleeding. So 3-4 doctors actually suggested to remove uterus. So again, I ran only through distance. 21 days actually I took that session, and right now, like since 2 months, she's getting regular periods.
beautiful. Amazing. I love that. And I know frequency works because I've healed my endometriosis with energy and frequency as well. So
And
I
I
understand the
motivated her
body.
to buy one as well because see, I may not be available all the time. So own one Healy. At least I can guide you as much as I know. So
Yeah,
she
of
said,
course.
okay, she's planning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
always believe that having a Healy in the home is an amazing tool. And I find it amazing for traveling as well. And I used it when I went to the Bahamas 2 weeks ago, and amazing results for myself as well.
Actually,
So
unknowingly, I applied with my husband also as well, Petra. Actually, I am taking longer time. Maybe it may help other people, so that's why I'm sharing this.
yeah.
In 2022, my husband had a brain stroke. Okay, so he was very pretty good. He was walking and everything was okay, but his speech gone. Okay, so immediately I came to her. Once I reached home, so I put circulation program, physical one. So then I took him to the hospital. That day, actually, he diagnosed with blood clot in the left side of the brain. So he underwent the surgery and not surgery, that thrombosis process. But the risk actually reduced because of the circulation program. Otherwise, it could have gone maybe worsen the process. But yeah, he got saved with a simple thrombosis process. That's how it saved me and my family as well.
Amazing. Beautiful. I love that. I have a lot of, I've heard there's a lot of testimonials that we can go through, and Healy works
Thank you.
beautifully. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I will take last question, and then we are done for today, so we're not too late. Madhu Agrawal, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, hi Petra. It's actually properly you have pronounced it.
Madhu? Is it Madhu or
it's perfect.
how do you
Madhu? Yeah.
Madhu. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely to
Petra.
meet you, Madhu. How can I help?
Yeah, I'm attending your session for the first time online, and I have lately bought Healy, so 3 months back only. Yeah, thank you so much. And I have a question for today that in my training program, I have heard that if you are making a DP profile, your photo should be without specs. But I saw your profile with the specs. So does this matter? When you are making a profile, when you are making a profile for somebody, like if I make my own profile, I had to take a pic without specs.
Specs as, what do you mean by specs?
Specs which you are wearing on your eyes.
Oh, you mean like glasses?
Glasses.
Okay.
Is it?
Why would you be, tell me more. I want to know why.
Yeah. So because I'm new to Healy, and when I had gone under the protocols of Healy, my trainers suggested me, I mean, they have told me, whenever you make a profile of somebody, while taking a picture, photograph, the person should not wear the glasses.
So tell me why.
I don't know why. I am asking you why. Is it necessary?
Okay. So I have never heard of this before, just letting you know. Could be wrong, but well, we're not taking, in my view, we're not taking photos for face recognition and for governments, when you need to take your glasses off. So Healy works on a quantum field. So it takes in account your whole personality, your whole energy. So I like to be as much as possible the way I'm naturally every single day. Because if I take that photo, that means that that's who I am. That's the whole energy. And when I record the vibration of me, I record the vibration of who I am in my essence. And Healy doesn't just take the photo. Healy takes the photo, the date of birth, the location, the name, every detail in order to find you in that vast ocean of quantum field. So photo, yes, that's great, but your intention is what matters.
Okay.
Once someone asked me a month ago something, if we should change the photo in Healy every single time we do the scans. You can, I don't. So, and my scan's still really accurate, and I do that for everyone as well. So you need to have a clear intention.
Yes, truly. This was my second question for the day. That we have to change picture all the time whenever we scan?
I don't. I do it once a year. But if I have lots of changes, if something really drastically changes in my life and I can feel the change in my energy, then I would change the photo. And when I work with clients, I would change their photo every single time we have a session, because then I don't know how much they've changed in between, because I'm not with them every single day. Yes,
correct.
But for myself, I know I know myself, and I know when I need to change the photo. But even if you don't, like, this is my experience. I'm not saying this is 100%. You experiment on your own Healys, and on your own self. But I found that if my intention is clear, then I will get the results either way.
But I did this aura scanning for myself. Initially, when I did the aura scanning analysis, the percentage was showing was very much different than I did after changing my photograph.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm asking.
So if that influenced your scan, and did you have the same intention?
Yeah, the intention was same, and I was running
No, your intention within yourself. Were you aware of your focus? Were you aware where your thoughts were? Were you attached or detached?
Yeah, of course, attached.
Okay, but you were attached every time you did the scan. Was the attachment and the focus and the presence of you when you did the scan the same?
Yeah, of course. I put my focus, I put the intention, and after that I run analysis.
Yeah, I'm not talking just about the Healy. I'm talking about you.
Okay.
Your presence, your energy, your thoughts, because that is what influences things.
Okay, okay. Correct, correct.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's not about what
Matters.
you put into Healy, it's what you actually think, feel, experience while you are running the Healy. Because
True,
you
true.
are the element in this.
Correct.
And that
Yeah, got it.
happens with clients as well. If you're doing a remote scans and vibrations,
Absolutely. Yeah,
you need to detach
yeah.
because you
Correct.
can't put your energy into it because you're going to influence the scans, you're going to influence how the frequency works.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
I'm saying. So this is what actually can influence the results as well when we are
Agree.
too
Agree.
immersed into things. But yes,
Yes.
photos, of course, it's still vibration and frequency. But again, right? So depending on how clear your channel is, you can influence the results and what comes out. Yeah. But if you don't have that capability yet, or you haven't learned that presence and focus yet, then of course, changing the photo and updating the frequency and all of that will help Healy find better focus and the energy of that person, of course. But as I
Okay.
said, in my experience, because I've been doing work on energy for a long time, it does not influence for me. But for my clients, I do that because, again, I don't want to influence them and their results based on me. So,
Okay.
yes, the answer is yes,
Ah,
you should be changing the photo as soon as you feel like there's a change, or if you're working with people, every time you see them change their photo, of course, the more up to date, the better. But it does
okay.
not only matter what physically you put into Healy and the app, it matters
Right.
also how you are influencing the scans and how
Absolutely.
clear your intention is.
Agree. Got this. Thank you so much, Petra, for the answer. I'm really clear with this. The second
Okay.
thing is the background should be white always while taking the pic.
Background, no. I don't
Yeah.
mind the background. I don't complicate things for like that. But of
Okay.
course, if you want to do a Canva background removal, you can. But
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
takes
that's
too
what.
much time for me. Like seriously, I don't complicate these things. I
Okay, okay.
like to
Thank
keep
you.
things simple in my life. So no.
That is
Uh,
true. Yeah, so
The only
it
thing
becomes
that
very much tough to handle with the clients to asking again for the photographs. You know, that's the thing.
I tend to say to people when they're sending me photographs through emails or through Messenger or whatever, I tend to say to them if they can provide a recent photo of themselves. Normally, a selfie will do. So selfies are normally quite close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So if you
Yeah,
let them know for a selfie, you can also kind of cut the photo out, and you get the face at the front.
proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We'll do that. And the last question for the day, Petra, can I?
Sure, then we are done
Yeah, yeah.
because it's
So,
8:30.
so it is if the 50s, 60s time person is not having their proper birth date, so how can we analyze the program? If we don't have the birth date and year of an older person, then how can we run the analysis? How can we
So,
scan?
okay, I've never heard. So, okay, that's the first for me. I've never had a client that wouldn't have a birth date.
Yeah, they
Um,
don't know actually.
they don't know
The,
their birthday.
the birth date and as a Hindi Indian calendar, we believe in tithi, not the birth date. The older people, if you
Okay.
are aware of it, so they don't have the proper English calendar birth date and year. Is it okay without that if we make a profile?
Try it. Yes, I've done scans without photos. I've done scans without locations.
Okay.
Um, you can try and then just make the intention so clear that you
Yeah.
really capture the energy and then see what comes up. Yeah. And then
Right. Yeah.
with conversation you will see if this resonates with them or not,
Okay. That's great.
because it needs to be a conversation in this case because you don't
True.
have complete data, so you need to have your focus and intention really clear, and that means
Yeah.
through conversation, you will see if this resonates with them or not.
That's a good idea. I will do that. Okay. Thank you.
And
Thank
then you
so
adjust
much.
based on that. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. I'll try my best doing this. Thank you so much for your inputs. Thank you so
You're
much.
more than welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks so much. Okay, guys, that is it, unless you have a really pressing question that you need answered. And you will have an option to do that in the Facebook group. You can always post questions. I'm also pulling the questions from the chats in the last weeks or two. And I'm putting it into a database, so I'll be answering those in the Facebook group for you, so you can then have a debate or have a discussion underneath the posts. If there's anything, you can always tag me in the Facebook group if you want my opinion and my answers. But I will be seeing you in December. I only have one session this year with you left. The rest are Christie's, because I had a lot of them in October, and Christy and I are balancing. So I'll be only seeing you once this year left. And I can't believe it's December already. But have a beautiful rest of November. And I'll be chatting with you in the group. And have a beautiful weekend. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a great night and day. Bye-bye.